look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be talking to you about in this reaction video, ladies and gentlemen, I have no issues. I have no issues with interracial relationships or whatnot. I've been in a few myself, but I have an issue when you decide to go to another race simply because you feel that you have been done wrong by your own, because that's not a good way to start out any relationship. That's a trauma that you have, experienced, and because of that trauma, you haven't healed yet. So therefore, you feel like all men in your particular race are not good men, and you go to another race quickly without vetting those men. So you right back in the same situation that you was in previously, right? So what I'm going to do is give you some definitions of trauma response, and we're going to also talk about our black women who decide to go to another race simply because they've been hurt, not because they truly desire it. Okay, so hold on for a second. I'll put it on your screen. No, wrong way. I want to get it down here. Boom. All right, y'all. Let's go and get into it now. Let's get it.
Dating white men is not going to solve your problem. And this is coming from someone who exclusively dated white boys. It's the same shit, different flavor. You hate black men because the first black man in your life let you down. I get it. I'm the president of Club Daddy Issues. But baby, changing the race that you date ain't gonna change your self-hatred. I mean, let's keep it a buck. If you hate black men as a black woman, you really hate yourself.
I'm glad that she said that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because black men often hear from the lips of black women that we hate our own mothers, or that we hate ourselves, or that we hate our own women, simply because we are tired of the certain behavior patterns that we are experiencing from our women. Okay, so it's not that. Sometimes, some people, anyway, they do get burned, they do go through some type of pain, and foolishly, they assume all people are the same based on their own experiences, all right? Now, since women are more emotional than men tend not to think like that. When women get hurt, they tend to think like that. When a woman get hurt by a black man, I gave him all my best years, and I gave him children, and I did all this stuff, and he still didn't appreciate me. That must mean that all black men are that way. See, the reason why they do that is because they are more emotional than men. Men can go through that stuff and be like, man, F these H's, F these B's and stuff like that. But in the back of our heads, we know that we can recognize those. Some of us can. We can recognize which woman is that way or not. You know what I mean? I'm saying some of us, because some of us are beta males, okay? And some of us are always looking for validation within a woman. I'm not one of them, but there are men who do exist like that. Okay, let's keep going.
I've been screwed over by white boys, I've been screwed over by black boys. An asshole is an asshole regardless of what color it is. You looking for a great white man like there aren't great black men in abundance out here. And if you don't believe that, then you just aren't the woman that you need to be to attract them. Just keeping it real. Maybe you should try working through your trauma, because trust me, ain't nothing better than being married to a good ass black man. So don't blame black men, blame your trauma.
Bingo, I agree a lot. Now, if you got a pattern as a woman of getting the same type of men, then there's something that you're doing. There's something that you need to work on yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you something, the pain never goes away until you learn the lesson, okay? You'll keep going through the same thing over and over again until you understand why you're going through it and what the lesson is behind it, okay? If you don't learn the lesson, or you understand the lesson, but you choose to still do it because you're weak, or because you think you know what's best for you, then you will continue to go through hardships in relationships. You dig what I'm saying? Now, let me go ahead and put this data up here for you. Give me a second, I'll pull it up, y'all. Hope y'all having a great day today. Excuse me. All right, let's read this together here about trauma responses, all right? A trauma response. A trauma response is a person's physical, behavioral, emotional, and cognitive reaction to a traumatic event. It's a survival mechanism that helps people deal with immediate danger. See, women, when they go through trauma responses, they say, I just want to get a man of a different color, a white man, a Mexican man, or whatever it may be. They most times are reacting to a trauma that they have experienced with another man, okay? They have went through a hard time. They might have got beat on. They might have went through a whole lot of other different things. And their best ideal is to retreat and to run. It's like the fight or flight or freeze thing. Okay. So they fly. So what I'm saying to you, which may seem a little unheard of, that some women choose to some women choose to get involved in interracial relationships, not because they want to be in them, but because they are fearful of being in a relationship with someone of their own color. Sometimes they enter into these type of relationships because they have been traumatized by previous relationships that have broken them, and they have not went out to look for therapy or try to heal their personal issues. So the best thing for them to do is to get involved with a white man, a Mexican man, or Samoan man, whatever man, and then villainize all black men simply because of the bad experience that they have put themselves into. Now, they chose to be with these people, right? Let's not ever forget that they chose to be with these people. All right. Now, when they get into these relationships, they think they found the savior. But what happens is 9 times out of 10, not in all, but 9 times out of 10, the man of a different color treats them just the same or worse than a man of their own color. And I'm going to put this up here right quick. I'm going to say 9 times out of 10. I'd say maybe 6 out of 7. I think that's more fair, to be honest with you. All right, so hold on 1 second as I put this on the screen for you. I want you to hear what this lady got to say. I got to turn the music down a little bit. I think it's one of them. Some of y'all got to understand these clips. Sometimes the volume go up and down. It's not my fault. It just be how their clips are when I get them, when I research it, okay? All right, let's get it.
So I just saw a post that said black women tend to go over to white men after dealing with all of the struggle love with the black men, because they say like white men treat us better, they propose to us faster, all these good things, right? But in my case, I say the grass is not always greener on the other side, because I went through struggle love with black men. I'm like pro black love or whatever. I said I would never talk to a white man, right? But then after all my other situations, I was like, dang, like let me try a white man. Like I guess I'll get out of my comfort zone. So once I started talking to a white man, it was actually going good, and I was like, oh wow, he's actually super nice. He's giving me compliments all the time. He's saying that he likes my hair. He's saying that I dress better than the white girls. He's giving me like, you know, presents, and he's taking me out, whatever. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is 10 times better than my past relationships already.
Well, let me tell you this. If that woman never experienced any of those things while she was with a black man, that means she was picking the wrong black men, because everything that she just mentioned, black men do. Black men compliment women. Black men buy black women gifts and stuff like that. Black men take black women out. So that tells me she was dealing with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook, and she was just throwing her ankles in the air on her back, hollering and screaming while he was busting nuts in her and stuff like that. And she didn't think that she had any value. She thought that that's all that men wanted, and thought that her value was of a JJ. That's what that tells me. Because if you ain't never experienced the basic good treatment that a man can give you, that tells me that you are a basic bitch. I mean, there's something about you that's not smart. There's something about you that don't value yourself. It's something about you that makes a man feel that you're not worth those type of efforts. There's something with you. Or should I say a less than basic bitch? Yeah.
Already. And next thing I know, 3 months go by, he does a 360 and he is acting like a totally different person. He starts lying, manipulating, like doing everything wrong pretty much. And then he starts saying like low-key racist things, how he doesn't want me to do red braids because it's like too ghetto, or he's saying like how black women need to stop doing like sew-ins and just wear their natural hair.
Let me ask you this. How's that ghetto? Black men been saying that for years, that you need to get that ratchet red color hair out your head, that lime color wig and all that. We've been talking about that for a long period of time. But because a white man says it's racist, it's not racist. It's factual. The white man told him the right thing, because black men been saying that for a long time. We've been saying that. We've been telling you to wear your hair natural. It makes you look pretty and stuff like that. That ain't being racist. He wasn't racist at all. He's repeating the same thing that black men have been telling you. Now I want y'all to know something. Because a white man said that to this black woman, she's mad at all the white men now, because that white man told her the same things that black men tell her. Make that make sense, right? So now she's going to probably put off all white men because of that experience. Now, what's tripped me out, that should not have been a traumatic experience at all. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man, you cannot please these black women, man. In my most humble opinion, this for educational purpose and all that, yada, yada, yada. You cannot please them. It don't matter. They look for men. They don't look for relationships. They look for men that will suit their lifestyles, men that will suit their desires. That's what it is. And if you ain't matching that, then there's something wrong with you and something wrong with all the men of your race. Make that make sense, man. He told her the same thing that black men been saying.
Black women need to stop doing like sew-ins and just wear their natural hair because he likes it more. And then he said that he's been to Africa more times than me, so he automatically knows more about slavery and black history than me, an actual black person. So once he started saying all that, I was like, oh hell no, you know. So like it turns out he was actually the most evil man I have ever met in my life. And that kind of put me off from white men, because now I'm like, dang, like I don't even want to talk to another white man because I'm probably gonna get.
I told you she done put off all white men because notice something here. She ain't said nothing bad. That whole thing about the slavery thing, he might know more about Africa. That might be possibly true because there's black people who know more about slavery in Africa more than other black people. This man might actually have been to Africa and actually looked up stuff. I mean, it really is a possibility, but I have not heard one time how he beat her, drop kicked her, or do anything that normally would be considered as bad. It's just that he told her the truth. The same thing that black men tell black women. Change your behavior. And that pissed her off.
A repeat of that situation, or they're probably going to have like some low-key racist thoughts in the back of their head the whole time, you know, or I don't know how their parents think and their grandparents, all that stuff, right? So I figured, like, dang, like, is it actually better for me to just stick with black men because that's what I know, even though it is struggle love, they might act differently in relationships, but at least I know what I'm dealing with, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Like, the grass is not always greener, and I'm just gonna stick with my black man.
It's only struggle love because you're a struggling person. Like I said before, if you've been getting men who not giving you the basic things, it's not, y'all got to stop saying struggle love. You ought to say that I'm struggling, all right? Because you always say it's struggle love when you're with someone else. That way it helps you, it keeps you from taking accountability for what you're doing. No, woman, you're struggling picking the right men. That's the only way it can be struggle love. You're struggling picking the right men. God damn. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this content, man. Oh, yeah, I got 1 million views, man, on a short clip, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, it's over 1 million now. But, yeah, man, it went viral. It went viral. To me, you don't go viral unless you hit 1 million. But you can actually go viral and no one still knows about you, know what I mean? Because let's say somebody make a video about bananas and it goes 5 million. You ain't watch. If you're not into bananas, you don't know, you don't care. But it went viral, and it's still going viral. Thank y'all for y'all support. I'll talk to y'all later now, you hear?